the Comic DF.
What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video. This time we are taking a look at Taylor and her new football boo-boo. As always, if you enjoy these readings, please give it a like. It really does help my channel. Comment down below where you can fill in the blanks on stuff that I'm not going to understand because I don't follow them like that. And also let me know what you guys want in future readings because I'm listening and I'm doing the readings that you guys are saying. So let me know what you want in readings down below and what you want in the self-development videos because I'm doing them off and on. So one self-development, one tarot, one self, one tarot. Unless I run out of ideas, then we'll see what happens. Anyway, also to the people that have been asking, if you want to book a personal reading with me, the links for my Facebook, Instagram are down below. But as always, we're going to take a look at Taylor and her new boo and see what goes from there. This is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. Again, if you like it, please like it. Comment down below, share the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe, and let's get into it. Y'all, I'm not going to lie. The way that I cannot remember his name is kind of giving me a sign. It's not like my brain is dysfunctional today. It's kind of giving me the vibe of, yeah, I'm hearing, and another one from DJ Khaled. I feel like this is lighthearted. I don't know that I'd buy that this is a forever after. I feel like this is, you know what it's giving me? And I've said this in other readings with different celebrities that are tired of being like fitting into a box. This is giving me Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, where it's like, I'm just having fun. Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song Girls Just Want to Have Fun. So let's just take a look. How is Taylor feeling about this? What is his, I know his last name's Kelcie, but for Travis, I don't fucking know. I suck at this. Anyway, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. What's up with Taylor and her many new boos? Y'all, if you learn anything from these people, learn that you need to be alone first before you can figure shit out. But, you know, whatever. I'm just talking hands on the internet. Okay, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Y'all, the way that I've had so many interruptions just trying to make this reading, and I'm getting a nod that it's not a coincidence. I feel like this relationship's just, it's for fun, but it's not, it's giving karmic. It's giving like, I can teach you this, you can teach me that, but like, I'm seeing like roads crossing. It's like, Taylor's at a different place in her life right now than she used to be. And I don't know anything about this. Travis, is that his name? I don't know anything about this tight end dude. I'm just going to call him Mr. Tight End because that sounds fun. But what it's giving me is like we've both reached places in our life where we need lightheartedness, fun. They both have something that the other needs. Like I feel like Taylor's way more serious, you know, she's part of the industry. It's like go, go, go. She's always like feeling like she's on guard. She's, you know, defending herself in the public eye. There's, you know what I'm seeing is like a high school and it's like you got all of the different tables and the jocks sit here and the cheerleaders sit here. And it's like, that is how, that's kind of how every big major group is. But like I'm seeing her group of like singers for, you know, I'm having such a hard time talking. There's something not right with this relationship. But it's giving like, I'm tired of following the patterns of the schoolroom, the classroom. And so I'm just going to do something fun and different. Like in my mind's eye, I just keep seeing Kim and Pete Davidson. It's just like, he feels like fun. He feels like a new opportunity. I'm going to learn some things. It's going to be lighthearted. There's no competition here. There's no explaining why I'm famous and why that matters to me because you're also famous. Maybe it's in a different way. But now I'm curious because this is something that I don't necessarily understand. And so it's fun and it's lighthearted. I think that he is really helping Taylor tap back into her inner child. And honestly, we love that. But with all the interruptions that I've had trying to make this damn reading, and with the Chariot being in reverse, kind of going off of what I said, I feel like, listen, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I'm not saying that she doesn't like him. I do believe that she likes him. I think that she has, thank you, Spirit, more like, how do I word that nicely? She has rose-colored glasses on all the time because you got to understand celebrities, they don't have a normal life. So from the moment that they're indoctrinated into this crap, they don't understand what real love is. They don't understand what being treated like an equal is. They don't understand what having freedom is. They are all different versions of Britney Spears, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. And so with this, it's kind of, yeah, because I'm hearing the song now where it's like coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. I think, you know what it's giving me? This sounds so bad, but it's so true because Spirit's showing it to me. if you were to describe what his name's Travis, I'm so bad. Mr. Tight End. We're gonna call him Mr. Tight End because it's fun, and maybe he does have a tight end. That's probably why. You know how like you have a really long week at work, and you're just, I mean, I can't speak on this anymore, but you have a really long week at work. You're not an alcoholic, and you come home and you have that beer, and you're like, all your problems go away, and that beer just makes you feel so much better. And it's like, oh, now I don't have to worry about things. Now I can just be myself. I don't have to be, working my ass off. I could just relax. This is my comfort. Travis is like her emotional support boyfriend. Like, I know how that sounds, but it's true. It's like you bring me lighthearted, fun joy. And we love that. But at the same time, if I'm going to be real with you, I don't believe that Taylor sees that there is a future with him. Again, it's giving Kim and Pete. It's giving like, you're fun. I was hoping for this, and it's gonna have fun. But you know what? I'm gonna sidestep it for a second, because allegedly for entertainment purposes only, we've seen her go through boys and boys and boys, and we know, like even science says this, a minimum of 6 months to a year alone will have you fully healed so that you could be in a healthy relationship. She don't do that at all. She just jumps from relationship to relationship. I'm not judging. I've been there. I've been that girl. That being said, I think that she thought that going outside of the box would make her happy. And I think it's a mixture of just like trying to have fun as well. But what she's starting to realize is that a man is not going to be the reason that she moves forward. A man is not going to be the end all be all to her happiness. She's starting to get it. I don't know if that'll necessarily change her, because what I see is like, I fall in love, I write a song, I make the money. You know what I mean? So it's like she almost... You know what it's giving me is like, you know how celebrities, there's that saying where it's like, ask them how much a gallon of milk is, they have no idea. She is not exactly down to earth. And so because she doesn't really have struggles per se, not like the average person, I feel like she uses relationships as like fuel to be creative. You know what I mean? It's like for instance, all my self-development videos, they come from a place of shit that I've been through that I had to learn on my own. And then I share it with you guys so that you guys don't have to struggle the way that I do. It's kind of giving that. It's like, I meet someone, I get into a relationship, I don't really care how it plays out, because at least I'll make some music from this, I'll learn something from it, which like, if you're a really healthy person, that's kind of a good way to look at relationships, where you're like, I'm not going to look too far into the future, I'm not going to focus on the past, I'm just going to be in the present, and what happens. And that's kind of the vibe that she's giving off. It's like, this makes me have fun, this makes me feel more childlike, this is more silly, this is more, I get to learn, I get to have fun. It's just like, It's very childlike and optimistic. Honestly, I'm a fan, to be honest, of this dynamic, but I don't think that she'll be happy forever with him, allegedly for entertainment purposes, only because what she's looking for is to fill a void, and the only person that can do that is herself. But that being said, I think he brings her just sparks of inspiration, sparks of creativity, sparks of fun. I mean, I see the pictures in my mind's eye, because I did like a quick Google just to make sure they're still talking. But I saw the pictures of her like being really excited and watching the game. That's real, y'all, because like for her, it's, you know what I'm seeing is like a kid in an aquarium, and it's like, whoa, look at all these new fish I've never seen before. It's like she's the fish out of water, and she's like, oh my God, this is so new and exciting. Like, she wasn't the type to go to like football games and stuff like that prior to this, was she? Because it's like, I'm hearing the song like a whole new world, and that's kind of where she's at. It's like, oh, something new and shiny. So that's kind of the vibe so far. Oh, I don't like that. Why? Oh, okay. I might have to release this soon. I don't want to release this sooner, but allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So, you know how, like, Taylor fights back? Like, we always see her in brawls on social media where it's like she's feuding with some other major female celebrity. This guy can hold his own. Are we shocked? He plays football. I feel like he puts her in her place, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Because usually, like, for my tarot readers, Knight of Swords reverse, that's not good. That's someone that's, like, that's usually someone who's toxic, really manipulative with their words, but they're not exactly mature because they're a knight. And then Magician being reversed is a bad communicator. But you give this with the no justice, and then you think of Taylor's attitude and stuff, what I feel is like, I'm hearing the song Headstrong will take on anyone. This guy is not a pushover, and I think she's used to people that bow down to her, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I don't really know the story of all of her relationships. I don't feel that everyone did, because I'm being drawn to that song I love where I think she's talking about like an actor or something, where it's like All Too Well, that song. So not all of them, but like when she started to step into her power, she would probably prey more so on, because I'm being drawn to that Joe guy that she dated. Was he more like meek, submissive? Because what I feel is like she's met someone that can push back. You know what I mean? And she's kind of like in awe of him. And so when he pushes back, it's not the same as like, oh, you're toxic, I'm going to leave you. Bye. It's more like, oh, wow, he's putting me in my place and I kind of like it. It's kind of given the vibe of like, okay, does Taylor have daddy issues, allegedly for entertainment purposes only? Because it's given me like, ooh, yeah, you tell me why I'm being wrong. Like, I can't believe I said that. But that's kind of the vibe. It's like, you know what? Okay. I can't think of who she's dated in the past, but I just feel like because football's different, it's a different, because what I'm seeing is like it's a different subcategory. It's like even the people that are actors, they fuck with the people that are singers. But what I'm seeing is like music industry, celebs that are like actors, actresses. I'm seeing like how they kind of all mesh. And then I'm seeing like sports over here more. It's like you're more socially acceptable as a singer to date an actor than you are to date like a soccer player. And so the vibe is different. That's the only way I know how to explain it. The vibe is different. So like if she dates someone who's in the music industry or who's a celebrity, y'all hold on. Do you hear this? Ever since I started this reading, there's been at least 5 sirens going past my house. This is so weird. It's like not even noon. There's something up with this relationship. Hold on. Anyway, so it's giving the vibe of like Taylor's very... She knows she's the boss bitch, like, because I'm hearing Boss Bitch by Doja Cat. She knows that. And so it's like, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me who I can and can't be. So if it's someone who is, in her eyes, beneath her, and I don't mean that in a messed up way. I mean it more so like, if you're not a megastar, then don't tell me how to live my life because you don't know how hard it is. That being said, football is a completely different arena. You know what I mean? It's not the industry quite like musicians and actors. It's different. And so I feel like occasionally he kind of puts her in her place. Maybe she's acting a certain way, maybe whatever. But maybe she gets emotional and he's like, yo, you need to calm the fuck down. It's not that serious. Like he puts her in her place. And I kind of think it turns her on. Yeah, because I'm being drawn to the root chakra. It's like, oh, you put me in my place. I think there's a weird dynamic here of her getting turned on by him being a boss. By him being like, I'm not going to put up with your bullshit. I'm not going to tolerate it. Like, listen, I want peace. I want fun. I want lightheartedness. But the moment this shit gets too serious, the moment he's emotionally unavailable, I'll definitely tell you that much. But at the same time, it's like, it's finally someone that could, in a healthy way, put her in her place. And honestly, like I said before, it feels like he's kind of good for her. But with all the alarms that have been going off, the cops and the ambulances that have been driving by my house, that's not a good vibe, y'all. So what? Oh. I spoke too soon. I might, in fact, have to release this early. Why do I feel like there's another person? Who's seeing someone else? Who's talking to someone else? Who's talking to someone else? Why am I hearing three's a crowd? Why am I being so drawn in it? I'm going to have to release this early because I don't buy that they're going to last a long time. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so with the World and the Hermit, that's usually a completion of cycle, and then it's going inwards and reflecting on that cycle. So with three's a crowd next to that, this is kind of giving the vibe of like, I feel like this is karmic in some nature. I feel like, how do I nicely word this, Spirit? Why do I feel like he's going to break her heart? Maybe not even intentionally. I just feel like he's not. Yeah, because I'm hearing a few times I've been around that track, so it's not just going to happen like that because I ain't no holla back girl. Okay. So allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I almost feel like, Taylor's going to self-sabotage somehow. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I think she's going to screw this relationship up, if I'm being real with you. Is she talking to other guys? Is she humoring other people? Do we know if they're exclusive or not? Because, yeah, now I'm being drawn to my fool's gold, which y'all know what fool's gold is. It's not real. That could explain why I'm hearing the alarms. I feel like, yeah, because now I'm hearing the song Sound the Alarm. I think it's Beyonce or something, or Destiny's Child. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, the point is, I feel like she's going to self-sabotage this relationship. I feel like it's really, really fun, and she needs that lightheartedness because she's been through it. You know, she's had all these heartbreaks, turned it into music. It's been beautiful. It's been great, this, that, and the third, but she has not healed. And notice how, like, I feel like my channel's small enough where I won't get in trouble for this, but I'm going to bring the boobs to the surface. My apologies. Here, there you go. Notice how she's like completely naked and vulnerable in this. The amount of interruptions I'm getting in this reading, it's unreal. It's like being seen a little bit too deeply, and it's triggering. So I wonder if she's going to project, like, are you talking to other girls? And she's actually talking to other people herself or something like that. But I'm just getting this vibe that, like, she's going to fuck it up. Respectfully, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Let me look at my cards. Yeah, not equal give and take. Yeah, what did I say? They bicker. They bicker like a married couple, but I think it's their passion. I think it's their love language towards each other. Taylor doesn't want to... Okay, so let me give you the psychology behind these people so you could get a better understanding of what I'm seeing. Taylor is still bruised and scarred from all these relationships, right? I keep getting drawn to my reading I did of her and Joe Alwyn, or whatever the fuck his name is, but I don't remember because I just don't memorize that stuff. So if you want to look at it, it's in my pop culture readings. But it's just giving me the vibe of like, haven't healed, jumping from dude to dude to dude. And so she's kind of ready. She's on the defense. She's emotionally avoidant. And I feel like he is too, to a certain degree. I mean, he's a football player, but I feel like he's more because, oh yeah, he's a Libra. I feel like he's more about like justice, peace, more like, you know, just chill, have fun. Let's just feel things out, have a good time, see what happens. But she's more like, I want to find the love of my life. I'm going to do everything to find it. If it doesn't work out, I'll make a really awesome bop about it. But she's not thinking about people as people. You know what I mean? She's not like, because what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like those 5-minute speed dating things. And it's like, how can you possibly get to know someone in 5 minutes? You can't, right? And so you're going to project what you want them to be onto them based on what little bit of information you have. And I think she has a habit of doing this where she projects her dream life onto whoever it is that she gets attached to. And then it ends up going to shit. Per her own doing. That's why the tower's in reverse, because that would be a catastrophic event that, like, if it was in the upright, it's got to happen. It's bound to happen. It's a major arcana. It's meant to happen. But for it to be reversed with Six of Pentacles, tarot readers, that's a contract or equal give and take. That's in reverse. With Queen in the middle, Queen of Swords in the middle, reverse, sharp tongue. And remember, he was in the reverse, rigid and opinionated, it says on that card right there. I feel like their bickering is both their love language and their turn on, but it's also going to be what makes or break this relationship because as much... Okay, so think about how maybe you've had this in the past where like maybe you had a partner where like y'all just kind of, you picked on each other. It was fun, it was lighthearted, and you're like, oh, you're stupid. No, you're stupid. This, that, and the third. And then without meaning to, that person could be like, I'm trying to think of something that's not offensive but could be construed offensive. Hold on. Okay, so say your spouse is picking on you, right? And they go, oh, that shirt looks stupid. And your trauma brain went, oh my God, they just called me fat. And now what was once fun, playful bickering is now a trigger that's been unleashed. And now, because I feel attacked, I'm going to attack you. And so what I see is this buildup of energy where it's like we're having fun, we're living life without being serious, but Taylor wants serious. First of all, Taylor's not ready for serious. She needs to focus on herself, but Taylor wants serious. And Libra energy, that's lighthearted, that's fun, that's playful. It's what she needs, but eventually I feel like he's going to trigger her because she's not healed. And he's playful and she's playful, but again, like I gave you that example, if he says the wrong thing, she's going to be very quick to be like, oh my God, I got you wrong. I was wrong, blah, blah, blah. She's like an abused animal. It's like, yeah, the abused animal wants love, but the moment you like raise your hand in the wrong way, it's going to be like a PTSD veteran. And it's like, oh my God, you're going to hit me and you're going to lash out. And that's the vibe of Taylor in this relationship. Is the relationship itself good for her? I would say yes, 100%. This is what she needs to loosen up, to be lighthearted, to begin to enjoy life again. I think this is great for her. That being said, she's got a lot lot of triggers and a lot of unhealed wounds. And I feel like that's why this is karmic, because she's going to get a taste of what life could be like when it's fun, playful, when you're not so focused on, you know, what this looks like and what this can do for my career. Right now, she's in this headspace of like, I just want to have fun. But eventually, real Taylor's going to creep in again. And if he says anything to hit a trigger, yeah, because I'm being drawn again to my root chakra, then it's over for him. So honestly, like, I don't buy that this is going to last. I don't. I want it to. I'm a fan. I think this would be very good for her, very healthy. I think their bickering's really cute, to be honest. It's drawing me to a relationship of my own where we pick on each other, and it's a lot of fun when it's lighthearted and you know you mean well. But if you haven't healed your shit, then they're probably going to poke a wound. And I feel like if it hasn't happened already, it will, but you got to be very, like, I see this dude walking on eggshells. I think he already knows that there's only certain things that he can get away with. So this feels like a situationship built on rocky foundations. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. They're drawing me back to a situationship I had a few years ago where it's like, you guys are meant to trigger each other. That is all this is going to be. You're not meant to be together forever. You're meant to show each other shit. And I feel like he's going to show her herself, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, where you really need to heal, that you just refuse to heal. Like, making music's great. It's a good way to release your emotions, but you have not accepted what's happened to you, and so you're just jumping to dudes to heal it. Does she have daddy issues? Do we know her story about her dad? Because this just feels so much like daddy issues. If it's not daddy issues, then she had a mom that acted in her masculine energy, because the way that she feels like she needs to have control over the masculine energy, both of herself and of men, is just given this vibe of like she doesn't feel like she has control over anything in her life, which isn't shocking with a A-list celebrity. It's just not. Yeah, this is more of like a warning to her. Oh, who's the ex she's not over? Who's the ex she's not over? Is it the Joe guy? Is that why he keeps popping into my head? Okay, so whoever she's not over is either an earth sign or a water sign, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. If not, then whoever she's not over is someone who is driven financially to their own detriment. So like someone who's probably climbing the ladder hella well, but I'm hearing in my head, like, at what cost? So it's someone who's making bank and really mostly cares about that, which is why I'm more drawn to it being someone like a Taurus or something like that. Maybe a Scorpio. But it's someone who gives a lot of promises but can't back their shit up. So it's someone it's Taylor. It's Taylor in male form, to be honest with you. It's someone who cares a lot about fame, cares a lot about celebrity, cares a lot about making money. And they can talk a good talk and they give some love, but they don't give a shit, to be honest with you. This feels like a manipulator. Yeah, I'm hearing the song Womanizer. Who's the ex she's not over? Because he's coming out in this reading, and I don't know enough about Taylor to pretend like I know. So I'm going to need my Taylor Swiftie fans to tell me in the comments, who is this? They're either an earth or a water sign, but it's someone who's very driven by money, very financially driven. They're in the spotlight. They're big. They're a head honcho. That's what I'm hearing. And they're smooth with their words. I'm hearing the song Smooth Operator in my head. They know what to say to lower Taylor's defenses. And I'm just getting this message of like, she's not over this dude. She's also comparing the guy she's dating now to this dude. And she's comparing the positives first, which is a good thing. So she's like, oh, this guy's more fun and lighthearted than my ex. This guy's more, he teaches me things. My ex didn't teach me things. He couldn't push me because I think they were in the same field. If he wasn't a singer, then he was an actor. He was someone in the A-list community. So it was another person that they bumped heads because they wanted the same things, but not in a relationship way, more in a financial way. But there is an ex that she's not over, that she's comparing. And that's another problem that I'm seeing here, because not only does she have all these triggers that he's got to like walk all over, but, in a, trying not to hit them. But on top of that, I don't know if he knows about this or maybe he can sense it, but she's comparing him to an ex. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song Somebody That I Used to Know. So this was like a fallout. They're not friends. If they're Instagram friends, it's literally a strategic move. This is someone that she is no longer speaking to, that she is not over. I don't think it's the guy from All Too Well, but I just keep hearing that song in my head. I can't think of his name. He was an actor. wasn't that big a deal, dude, to me. But it's just giving the vibe of that song where it's like I knew better. I didn't do better. And so it's like, I feel like she also uses this ex to remind herself of what not to do. So like she might try to date the exact opposite of this guy in order to like give a false sense of security to herself because she's like, I can't get hurt that bad. You're nothing like my ex. Or she could do the polar opposite because she's dated so many people. So I'm seeing it both ways where she's dated someone who's a lot like the ex, but not as manipulative so that she could replay it and get it right this time. There is an ex that she's stuck on that sold her a dream, but was never going to be that for her because he was just way too focused on money. He didn't give a fuck. He would be the type to be like, yeah, babe, like we'll get married, we'll have it all, we'll have the works. And meanwhile, he's signing contract number 5 for a 10-year deal and he's got 0 plans on a wedding. You know what I mean? Like that's this guy's energy. So that is definitely an issue with their relationship. I don't know if it's one that he knows about, but it's definitely something that could destroy what she has right now. Yeah, I don't feel good about this. Why do I feel like he might know? If he doesn't know, he's going to find out. If he doesn't know, he's going to either find out or he's going to have a feeling. Because this is giving me like when the time comes, he's going to get unstuck. And then he's going to realize that the relationship that they have is not healthy. Does that mean that they're not healthy at this point in time? I don't feel that way. That's why this is so weird. I feel like they're in a really healthy, cute, kind of like playful high school type of love where it's fun and games. It's no seriousness. But in reality, seriousness is all Taylor wants. But at the same time, she's got too many triggers and she's not over some ex. So in the future, because Wheel of Fortune, that's divine timing, in the future, something's going to happen for him and he's going to be like, enough is enough. So are they going to last? No. Sorry. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, no. I think Taylor's going to sabotage it. But also, yeah, I had a little burp when that happened, so apparently that's true. Can someone tell me who started that rumor that, like, you're accurate when you're downloading because you burp? I don't know if that's true or not, and I don't really feel like announcing burps if that's not true. So, like, anyway, but I just feel like, because notice how in the beginning, because he's a Libra, right? In the beginning, he showed up as this, freaking grab the card, knight. He's a knight. So a little more childlike, a little more fun, still in the reverse. So again, we got that bicker energy, but it's like as the relationship progresses, he stands up into his power, but he's still in the reverse. So this is someone who's like, I'm going to cut it off. I'm sick of this shit. You know what I mean? So I think he either knows about this ex or he's going to know about this ex. Who the hell is this ex? Because this ex is definitely just living rent-free in Taylor's head. And I feel like he's the type where he does have a pretty solid sense of self-worth, and eventually he'll just be like, you know what? I don't deserve this shit. You know what I almost see, allegedly, for my for entertainment purposes only? I'm seeing in my mind's eye, like, this bitch was crazy, dude. Like, how did I not see it? Like, I almost see, like, I wonder if I'm tapping into the future energy of him, like, talking to his boys. Because, like, I see him in a locker room, and I feel like this is the end of the relationship. Because I almost see him being a little defeated. And it's like, that bitch was crazy, dude. Like, how did I not see that? Like, how did I not see that I was just a toy to her? If anything, I would say he's more in touch with his emotions than she is. If anything, I feel like he's kind of hopeful that this could be something. But I just don't buy that Taylor has the emotional evolvement to be able to turn this into something real. This is based on current energies. Could it change? Sure. Do I believe that it'll change? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. Yeah, getting unstuck. Tapping back into my own self. Sad. I feel they're both bringing... Okay, so even though I don't believe this will last forever, they are both in some way or another right now currently building each other back up. I don't know his story. I don't know his life, but I'm getting this vibe of like rinse, wash, repeat with life. Like I just do the same thing over and over again. Life's becoming like complacent would be the vibe of him. And now having Taylor, it's like, oh, it's something to look forward to. It's something I can be excited about again because I haven't really been feeling like myself. I haven't really been feeling... So something was going on with his life. So this is why this karmic energy keeps coming out for me. I feel like, remember how I said earlier, it's like they are crossing roads. It's like he's in this place where he's sad and he needs to pick me up. She's in this place where she don't know how to freaking take time to herself and heal. So she heals through other people. So it's like they've met in this point in their life because they both need fun. They both need spontaneity, whatever the fuck that word is, spontaneity. They both need that. They both need like like child love, like childlike wonder, like that type of stuff. But as soon as Taylor gets triggered, as soon as she maybe mentions the ex or makes it obvious she's not over an ex, maybe she gets caught looking at his Instagram. I don't know. But eventually he's going to get to this place where it's like, you know what? This ain't worth my peace. So I feel like this is a karmic relationship meant to restore both of them into a childlike wonder. But because Taylor's not healed, this is not going to go anywhere, respectfully. I feel like eventually he's going to get to this place where he's like, she's not giving me the happiness that I need. This was fun in the beginning, but now it's like, I feel like maybe she trauma dumps. Like maybe she doesn't know boundaries, which wouldn't shock me being a celebrity. So maybe like she just relies on him too much to fill her cup. Like, I'm going through this, babe. I'm going through that. I'm going through this. Like, I almost see in them like FaceTiming and she's like bitching about everything. And he's like, bro, I didn't sign up for this. Like, it's totally given Libra energy of like, can we just be peaceful and have fun? And she's just way too passionate, but not in a bad way, but like when you're passionate in the wrong way, like you're angry, that's a lot to put on someone in general. So what I'm seeing is like, this is so messed up. But what I'm seeing is like, I think it's, forgive my lack of believing history so I don't actually absorb it. Atom bomb, nuclear bomb, one of them. Like we've seen that video where it's like all of a sudden that bomb on the ground like blows up and you see like that mushroom shape. It's kind of giving me the vibe of like eventually this shit's gonna blow up. Like, but she's gonna have a new song. I'll give you that much. She'll have a new song. And the thing is like, whenever this does go down, I side with him. I do. I side with him. This girl needs to heal. She needs to do some healing, y'all. Yeah, friction, releasing. We don't work together. Yeah, that's exactly what I was feeling. Yeah, this is right now. It's about new beginnings. It's about healing one another for right now. I think they both need some healing. And again, that child banter and the childhood wonder. It's like I'm being brought into her eyes and it's like, oh my God, football. Yay. This is so cool. This is so exciting. I can learn. And it's like, it's really cute and it's naive, but eventually she's just going to get to this place where it's like, wait, I'm an adult. We need to do adult shit. Let's talk about reality. And that's where it's like, oh, no. Like, it's not going to turn out the way you want. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to pull some love oracles, but this is pretty easy, to be honest with you. This just feels like the only way I know how to explain is I just keep seeing Kim and Pete in my head. I just keep seeing Kim and Pete. It's like, this is fun. This is what both of us need. We need some lighthearted energy in our lives. We've been through some shit, but eventually it's like, we're going to grow out of each other. It's inevitable. We're karmic. We're not soulmates. So yeah. Okay, so real quick, gonna do some love oracles. I shuffled them off camera. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I just didn't want to drag you through it. So yeah, so just final information on Taylor and what the fuck, Travis? I think the only reason I keep remember is because I ask in my head and then I hear Travis McCoy and then I'm like, okay. Kisses. Yeah, I think that he really brings the kid out of her. Yeah. Love in the reverse. I feel like they both have blocked heart chakras. And so they don't really know how to tap into love that deep. Like, I don't know if you guys know Libras, but unevolved Libras, they're like, like, no. And I'm not saying that in a mean way. It's just, you got to heal first. But it's like, let's just keep it light. Let's just be playful. Let's just have fun. I feel like that's kind of where Mr. Travi is. Mr. Tight End. But eventually I just feel like Taylor's gonna be like, all right, let's quit the nonsense. Where are we going from here? And it's also coming from a place of triggers. So it's going to be a for him. You know what I mean? Healthy choices. Yeah, it's like there's a part of her that knows that this is good for her. There's a part of her that knows like, you lighten my load. Like, that sounds so wrong. You lighten my life in a way. And so having you in my life adds to it. But it's just, she just has a habit of she doesn't know what healthy looks like. And and I've said this in my self-development videos. If you have never seen what healthy love looks like, then healthy love is going to be foreign to you and you will destroy that because you thrive in chaos. You thrive in drama. That's not to like hurt people. It's just, if you don't love yourself, if you don't show yourself what love looks like, then you're not going to know what love looks like coming to you. And so the problem is like, she knows that this is a healthy choice, but at the same time, because she's so used to these unhealthy relationships that she can make a banger hit out of, it's like, she's going to ride this wave, but eventually I think she's going to second guess it. She's going to overcomplicate it. She doesn't know how to take it slow. It's like, I meet you and then like, let's get married next week. And then let's plan our kids tomorrow. And it's just like, just go with the flow, girl. You need to find out who you are first. And she's just not willing to do that. Yeah, this is just all this is drawing me to like millennials. You'll understand. The rest of you probably don't even know what a cord phone is, but it's just giving me like when you're a teenager and you're just talking on the phone at night, and nothing else matters. And you're just like comparing your stories and stuff. Remember how I said I thought I saw them on FaceTime? I feel like they do that on times where they're not together. I feel like they just have like lighthearted fun, but eventually they're adults. That's going to get old, allegedly. Hammer. Yeah, what did I say? Hammer's got sabotage right on it. It's like she's trying to rebuild her life, which is why it's in the reverse. She's trying to rebuild her life, but at the end of the day, if you have all these triggers you haven't healed, you're going to sabotage a good thing. You just are. And I feel like he's a good thing, and so I feel like she's going to sabotage it, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Yes. What did I say? Okay. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. You want to know how this shit's going to end? This is how this shit's going to end. He's going to trigger a wound within her. I don't know what it is, but he's going to trigger a wound within her. She's going to feel disrespected. Like, who the fuck are you? Who are you to talk to me like this? Don't you know who I am? Yada, yada, yada. Gonna get hurt. She's going to run from the relationship. They'll plaster it on social media as like, I don't know, like we grew out of each other. It was just fun. You know, they'll be lighthearted on social media unless Taylor wants to take a swing via a song. Like, then that's different. But he's going to trigger something in her because she's not healed. And so she's going to run away from the relationship. That's not him. That's her. She's not ready. And no one that's had their heart broken a million times that refuses to do any self-work would be anything else. I wouldn't expect anything else. You're not going to fall in love if you haven't healed. It doesn't work like that. And so she's going to, unfortunately, F up this relationship. It's like I'm psychic. Why is my card for nostalgic love that you no longer have coming out if she's not stuck on an ex? All right. Photograph. Looking at your photos. Missing you. Nostalgia. Make New Memories is on there, but this was in reverse. This is about the ex. There's an ex that she cannot get over. Who is the ex? Y'all tell me, because I don't even care enough, but you can figure it out in the comments, I guess. Oh, that's sad. She definitely, okay. So, and this is why this matters. This is why you need to have 6 months to a year of single time. She doesn't feel like she's enough. And so when you have like look at the string of relationships, right? Like they have like articles that are just timelines of all the relationships she's been in. They've all hurt her to some extent, whether or not, it takes two. So you probably contributed to the breakup to some extent, but I feel like she's been treated like shit by a lot of people because I'm being drawn back to that song All Too Well. And it's like, she has this belief that she's not enough. And so when you already believe that, and then someone pokes the wrong trigger, you're going to get extra defensive. So Spirit, give me an example. Okay, I hate to call myself out, but I've worked on it, so you can't really get me on it now. One thing that used to trigger me a lot was being called too sensitive, because I was like, why am I too sensitive for having emotions? Like, that used to really F me up. And the problem wasn't that I was too sensitive. The problem was I had people that disrespected my boundaries, that they just took. They didn't actually love me for me. They loved me for what I could give to them. And so the real trigger was me needing to realize that I needed to instill boundaries and learn to love myself so that I could realize that my sensitivity was a gift and not a curse. And it's given me this vibe of like, he's going to poke something in her that's a wound that someone in the past told her, made her, wasn't enough, wasn't this, wasn't that. It's going to trigger her, make her leave. But I don't think she'll do the self-reflection in order to realize how to heal that wound. So big picture here of what's going to happen is he's going to hit a wound of something that she needs to heal. And you know what? I bet it has something to do with this ex, because the ex is in this reading. I don't know who the ex is. So maybe it is the ex from All Too Well. I don't really know, but someone made her doubt her self-worth. And so she puts on this front of like, it's giving me, I don't remember where I saw it, but I think it was like either it was another reader or it was my reading. I don't remember, but it was like Ariana Grande didn't actually believe, or it was Selena Gomez. It was one of those two where it was like, they didn't believe that they were actually good enough. And it's like, bro, you're an A-list celebrity. Everybody loves you. Millions of people love you. And it's the same vibe. It's like, you could be as famous as you want, but if someone you care about, someone you're vulnerable with, tears you down, and you repeatedly reenact that because you refuse to heal, then someone else is going to trigger that same thing. And what I see coming is he's going to say the wrong thing unintentionally, probably going to get worked up. It's going to be out of a fight that was it was originally fun, but it turns into a real fight, and then she's going to get triggered and she's going to run. I could even say her even see her saying something like, "You're just like my ex," or blah, blah, blah. Because I'm hearing the song Just Like a Pill by Pink, where it's like, "You're just like a pill, instead of making me better, you keep making me ill." It's like, these men, to some extent, some of these exes, they've definitely done some F shit. But there are exes that didn't necessarily do F shit, but she's so traumatized that she'll be the runner in those relationships. So Mr. Travie tight end here, I don't think he's necessarily unhealthy. I feel like he's at the level she's at, where he's like, I don't need anything too serious right now because I'm just trying to have fun. But the reason she doesn't need anything too serious is because she's in pain. It's different. So she's going to get triggered by him because he's not going to want to move past having fun. And eventually she's going to realize that's what she wants. And so there comes the triggering. This is why karmic relationships continue to happen. And this is why, no matter how many times you guys ask me to do a reading on Taylor, Ariana, anybody who continues to rapidly date throughout the system, we're going to constantly see this because they're not going in to heal the wound to begin with. And if you don't heal that wound, you're going to date someone who's going to trigger it. And unfortunately, this guy seems like one of the good ones, but it's just not going to go down well. Yeah, they're just having fun right now. There's a lot of sexual energy. There's, especially with like that bickering banter, that's always sexual chemistry. It almost always is. But the nature of their relationship is very karmic. I just see her like trauma dumping on him, and eventually just like he's not gonna run. It's more like he's gonna call her out and she's gonna run, because it's like, whoa, you're doing too much, being too much, whatever. And that's a wound on her from an ex who said it in a fucked up way. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Abundance. Sudden change. This is like the Tower card. And it's in reverse, just like the Tower card was in reverse. Girl with the snake. Yeah. Empath, narcissist. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I really hate to say this. Either she was with a narcissist and that's why the damage is here, or she's becoming the narcissist, because I don't buy that he's the narcissist. So maybe it's an ex that she's stuck on that had narcissistic tendencies. I could see that. But it's like, what I'm almost seeing is like, she's trying to be abundant in her entire life, not just money. But she's going to unintentionally screw this relationship up, and it's got something to do with being abused and used by other people. But she's projecting it onto this guy, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I think I'm going to leave it at that. This one was simple, honestly. Do we like this guy? We like this guy. We like this guy a lot. I think he's really good, really healthy. But respectfully, I think Taylor's going to fuck it up. Real quick, let's pull moon oracles because I'm being drawn to them. All right, final messages for Travie, Mr. Tight End, and Taylor. The amount of freaking, you know what I wonder, because of all of the alarms and everything that I was hearing, the amount of distractions, I wonder if the distraction of like life itself, or like being distracted in terms of like focusing on the ex, I just feel like there's going to be distractions that'll also screw up their relationship too. Almost like, because I see like two sailboats like crossing paths. It's like, we're here for a good time, not a long time. That's kind of the vibe. I feel like maybe like her music schedule is not going to line up with his football schedule all the time. And then that's going to be a point of contention. Or, you know, I want you to go with me to accept this award. I can't. I have a football ceremony at this time. Like, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of stuff working against them to make this relationship work, because it's supposed to run its course and then end, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, this is karmic. Work through your fears. A time for healing. Yeah. And look, it was in reverse. So it's like she's still hoping and dreaming that she could find the right guy. And right now she's in this energy of like, wow, this is new and exciting and fun. And I need this. It's lighthearted. I need this. So her soul knows that she needs this. But she's also got to work through all of her triggers, like I've been telling you. And I don't think that she's going to do that. A time for healing was in reverse. I feel like he's going to hit a wound and she's going to get upset and project onto him, and that'll be the end of the relationship. Will we hear about it? Maybe in a song. But honestly, when that relationship blows up, and I say when, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, whatever comes out in the media, just realize that it takes two to tango, and I don't buy that Mr. Travie Tight End was necessarily the problem. If anything, I feel like Taylor is the fuel that starts the problem, and maybe he just Maybe he says shit that he can't come back from when he's pissed, because that wouldn't shock me for Libra energy. But again, it's just like, what I see is almost like him on a string and her hand being, it's like, you got me. And now I feel like she's going to trauma dump and project, and then that'll be the end of the relationship, unfortunately. What's the back deck? The answers you need are coming. Yeah, we're going to find out about this soon. This is going to end. Allegedly for entertainment purposes. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not. It's not that I don't want her to be happy. It's that, girl, you got to heal. We all got to heal first, or you're going to keep attracting karmics. I don't know what to tell y'all. Confidence is your key to success, and it's in the reverse. This woman does not feel confident about herself. She doesn't feel good within herself. She relies on other people to make her feel happy. And then guess what? When that doesn't work out, it's like, this was soft, sensitive, nice, Taylor, but you don't fit what I need. And so I'm going to switch faces on you and then flip the fuck out. I feel like, I mean, it's not shocking. We're seeing all these high-list celebrities coming out saying they have mental health disorders. I would not be shocked, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, if Taylor has, like, the markings of bipolar or the markings of borderline personality disorder. It's just giving me, like, I'm going to be nice, and then I'm going to push down all my shit, and then I'm going to bark at you like a fucking dog the moment you hit a wound. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this relationship's not going to last. I don't buy it for a second. But that being said, I am here for it because it's healthy for now, and that's good. But like I said, if he does get dragged on social media when they break up, please remember that it takes two, because I don't think he's a bad guy. I think she gave him the belief that they were just going to have a good time and have fun. And I think she's going to project her shit onto him. And then he's going to be like, whoa, what? Why'd you switch up on me? He's going to be really fucking confused. And it's giving me the vibe of like, and I got to call myself out on this because I've done this too. It's giving me the vibe of like, all right, you're someone who really wants a relationship and you're anxiously attached to relationships, even though she's got a runner energy. And you meet someone, right? And you're trying to get them to love you and see you the way that they are. And it's almost like soul sucking, because it's like, dude, I'm just trying to have fun. We're supposed to see each other and grow. And so instead of it growing, what happens is that person feels completely suffocated and then they lash out. And in reality, it's like, I'm looking for love, but I don't know how to do love correctly. And so I'm smothering you. And because I'm smothering you instead of just loving you, you're reacting, and now you're being cruel to me. You're getting triggered because you thought we were going to go smooth sailing, nice and simple, because I put myself in this situationship. And so now you're projecting onto me and you're being cruel to me. But in reality, I wasn't ready for a relationship anyway. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it's very much the dynamic of like narcissist empath, anxiously attached versus emotionally avoidant. It's giving that. It's like, if you don't heal, you're going to attract the counterpart. So it triggers you to heal and be whole within yourself. And that's what's happening with this relationship. So I'm going to leave it at that. Again, if you like these videos, please leave it a like. It does help my channel. Share it with your friends if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button to become one of the besties. Love y'all very much for already supporting me. Appreciate you guys. Comment down below what you want to see in future videos. Comment down below what you could fill in the gaps for me. Who is this ex? And I will see you guys in my next tarot reading or my self-development videos. Again, if you're looking for a reading, the links to get in touch with me are down below. I will see you guys next time. Love you, besties. Bye.